Last Halloween I was tagged by Kirsty to do the trick or treat book tag, and I didn't get my act together in time to do it, so this Halloween I'm adding 2 different tags to my cauldron and mixing them together to bring you this. It's a mashup of the trick or treat tag and the creatures of the night tag. First question is Kit Kat Bar, an anticipated release. I'm really looking forward to Silk, The Life and Time of Cindy Moon by Robbie Thompson and Stacey Lee. This is a Marvel comic and it's about a girl who is bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker. I remember when the first issue or something came out earlier this year and I really love the look of the artwork, I love her design, and I'm just really intrigued, so I have been waiting for this all year and I think it's going to be on my Christmas list. And I feel like I can use this as kind of a spooky pick because I think spiders are quite spooky. Starburst, a book with a juicy ending. For this I chose The Turn of the Screw by Henry James, which I read recently. It's about a young woman who's employed as a governess to 2 young children, and when she shows up things really aren't what they seem and are a little bit creepier than expected. I was so surprised by that ending. I did not see it coming, and I could see that the end was coming because there was like 1% left of the book on my Kindle and things just didn't seem like they were going to wrap up, and then it did and I was like, okay then. I'm still sort of in shock a week later. Name a mischievous character. I have to pick Peeves the Poltergeist from Harry Potter because I love that character and I'm always sad that he didn't make it into the films, but maybe he just didn't translate well to the screen and maybe it's best that he stays as a bookish memory. I also loved that there was kind of like a politics between the poltergeist and the ghosts, and I liked that the Bloody Baron was the only person that could scare Peeves into doing anything. It's those little things like that that just make the Harry Potter books seem so real. Moving on to the Creatures of the Night book tag now. For this one you are given a lot of different creatures and you have to pick your kind of favourite or a recommendation. The first one is Vampire and I've picked Carmilla by Joseph Le Fanu. This is about a young girl who is the victim of a vampire. And what I really liked about this novella is that I've had experiences of sleep paralysis in the past, and I think there's a lot of similarities between the way that the vampire in this was portrayed and sleep paralysis, so for me that just made it a lot more creepy because I've had similar dreams and experiences to this and it just added to the creepy factor for me. The next one is Werewolf, and I chose a TV show for this and it is Teen Wolf. I really used to enjoy watching this, so if I had to pick one werewolf from this TV show it would probably be Derek Hale, because is he broody and dangerous or is he just really unfortunately bad at human interaction? You decide. I really do recommend this TV show. I think it has really good plots, some really great characters that are going to stick with me for a long time, such as Styles and Lydia especially. It's also quite funny and it gives me sort of like warm feelings because of the friendships between Scott and Styles and Lydia and Alison and so on and so forth. Zombie. For this I chose Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Maybury. This is a book series but I've only read the first one. It's a young adult post-apocalyptic series about 2 brothers who live in this camp of survivors, and something happens where one of the brothers needs to go out into the world and he sees the zombies face to face, and what really made the difference is that it kind of explores the fact that these zombies were actually people with whole lives behind them before all of this happened, and it kind of goes into the ethics a little bit of how you would deal with that. Again, I should probably carry on with the series. A Ghost. I chose another TV show which is Being Human. I've only seen the UK version. I know that they made an American version as well, but I haven't seen that, so can't really make a comment. This is a sort of comedy drama about a ghost, which is Annie, a werewolf, George, and a vampire, Mitchell, played by Aidan Turner, by the way. And they all live in a house together, and it's kind of about the antics that they get up to. It's really, really funny, but it also has really good plot lines, and I especially like season 1 for Annie's character because you kind of find out about her past, and I thought that that whole arc was just really good. If you haven't seen Being Human yet, I really suggest that you go and watch it. A demon. I picked Supernatural. In particular, I picked Crowley, who is so funny. He's British and really snarky, and his idea of hell is a never-ending queue. So once you get to the front of the queue, you just reappear at the back, and it just keeps going and going, and I think that is pure evil. I think Crowley is one of the best characters in the show, and when I think about Supernatural, the TV show, I always think about Sam and Dean and Cass, but Crowley is one of my favourites as well. If you don't know, Supernatural is about two brothers, the Winchester brothers, who hunt supernatural creatures. I can basically use Supernatural for any of these questions because it has angels, demons, werewolves, vampires, fairies, aliens, jinn, yeah, everything you can think of. Alright, so that's the end of the fake tag that I just mashed together. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!